everybody, my name is Pastor Blex and welcome back to Broxer channel. In this new video, we have Hyperscape game review. So this game was developed and published by Ubisoft Montreal and it is right now available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Let's check it out. There's not an open, grassy plain, thicket, or forest to be found in Hyperscape, Ubisoft Montreal's upcoming Battle Royale first-person shooter. Rural areas are a traditional component of the genre, with natural biomes offering a change of engagement distance and cover opportunities. But Hyperscape rejects the tradition and takes place on an exclusively urban map, made up of housing blocks, factories, monuments, and countryyards. In this city playground, as long as it's man-made, it's fair game. While the changes a fully urban map brings are many, there's only one that serves as a fundamental change on the way you have to think about this version of Battle Royale, and that's verticality. Hyperscape is set in Neo Arcadia, a city that's essentially a high-tech reimagining of Paris. And if you've been to Paris or seen it in a film, then you'll know this city has a lot of height, and Hyperscape is all about using that height. There's not a parkour system as such, but rooftops are clearly designed with pathways, and networks of buildings are bridged by elements such as rail tracks that tower above the streets. Many of the buildings can be entered and scaled via staircases. Imagine if Call of Duty Warzone's downtown was the blueprint for an entire map. But classic 1990s FPS style launchpads are dotted all over the city to fire players over the skyline. Just like the Assassin's Creed franchise, there is good use of visual design to direct your attention to spaces that can be used or entered. All windows and doors are actually foggy sheets of bright orange glass, which call your attention to a new area to duck or dive into. And since Hyperscape is a Battle Royale game, let's talk about loot. Loot is a staple of the Battle Royale genre, and yet it's boiled down to just the bare essentials in Hyperscape. There's no inventory, no weapon mods, and no armor system. You simply have 2 weapon slots alongside 2 ability slots for hacks. You see, Neo Arcadia isn't a real city, it's a VR metropolis located on the internet. And the game's fiction is straight out of Ready Player One, and that allows for a little bending on the rules when it comes to special abilities. Most of the hacks, which are picked up from the ground just like weapons, are established ideas from other Battle Royale given an in-universe makeover. One of the hacks does offer some promise that Hyperscape may have more interesting ideas to come though. It's called Ball, and it transforms you into a ball. A giant bouncing sphere that can leap over buildings like a chrome version of the rover from cult sci-fi TV show The Prisoner. It makes scaping, be that from overwhelming engagements or from the edge of the shrinking playzone, quick and entertaining, and let's hope as Hyperscape grows and evolves, it embraces more of that madness. And that goes for weapons too. While sporting a collection of assault rifles and shotguns, Hyperscape also has an energy cannon that feels pulled from Unreal Tournament, a rotary minigun last seen on the set of Predator, and a plasma blast rifle from Halo's cutting room floor. And let's hope that as the game evolves, more of these kind of weapons appear. There's already a taste of Unreal to the combat with its jumping and launch pads, furthering the quest of simplicity. Instead of a series of modification upgrades like scoops and silencer, Hyperscape simply upgrades your weapon and hacks if you find another copy of it in the world. For example, if you are using the Protocol V sniper rifle, each new fusion gradually builds the damage to one-hit kill. This creates an interesting progression arc that rewards long-term attachment to weapons, as ditching a gun or hack for something new means resetting your progression. It's in direct opposition to Warzone's rarity tiers, which continually offers cooler, better equipped guns, or Apex Legends modifications that freely transfer between guns of the same category. And also, being killed during the battle is way more different than other Battle Royale games. When you scump, instead of being forced to spectate, you actually remain on the map as a ghost. You can run around freely with remaining members of your 3-player squad, although you can't interact with the world. To resurrect, you need to find the restore point, which is generated on the spot where players die. Handily, you're not limited to using points generated by kills your squad has achieved. So if you find an area where a battle has broken out, there's usually plenty of restore points to choose from. As with other Battle Royale games, you win Hyperscape by surviving to the final safe zone of the map. but rather than shrinking cycle, the map actually disintegrates in sections. There are 9 districts and each will randomly begin to decay. Buildings begin to lose triangle-shaped patches of their textures, and gradually the entire area turns black. Then the map begins to collapse. Buildings are erased from beneath your feet as you sprint for the safe zones. And it's much more interesting idea than a shrinking cycle. And the decay effects makes it clear just how long you can stay in the sector. When you're forced into the final zone, Hyperscape plays around with the traditional Battle Royale finale. And yes, killing everyone else left alive bags you a win, as the genre's tradition dictates, but there's another way of claiming victory. A crown is spawned in the final area, and a team who can grab and hold on to it for 45 seconds is named the victor, even if everyone else remains alive. Getting the crown encourages you to make the most of Hyperscape's double jump heavy vertical routes as you flee from everyone else rather than try and zero in for the final kill. Everything we've described so far happens inside the game, but Hyperscape has ambitions beyond the boundaries of its own software. Ubisoft has partnered with Twitch to add tools so that viewers can interact with streamed matches of Hyperscape. For example, mid-match events, such as temporarily giving everyone unlimited immunization or reducing the gravity, can be voted on by Twitch viewers. Streamers who want to take an extra step to bond with the community can also activate a squad join feature, allowing viewers to play with them at the click of a button. While these features will benefit only a portion of Hyperscape's potential fanbase, they're arguably its most interesting ideas. And for those features to have true worth, though, Hyperscape needs to resonate reasonably well with both the players and spectator audiences. If it has the muscle to climb that mountain, one already dominated by Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone remains to be seen. Out of its rivals, Hyperscape is the game that puts immediate fun at the center of the experience, and there's nothing quite like its rooftop leaps and launch pad assaults in the genre. But the tense 1v1s of Warzone, the frantic builds of Fortnite's Final Circle, and the engaging personalities of Apex Legends characters already have their hooks in deep. And in the end, Hyperscape may need to reveal another killer feature or two before it can guarantee itself a spot on the Battle Royale podium. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and turn on the notification bell. And if you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and tell me your thoughts on comments. I see you next time in the next video. Peace.